Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. There's a piece of New Hampshire's economic backbone that's struggling. It's manufacturing. Manufacturing Employment Index is struggling sector, and this graph shows the decline of manufacturing employment from 23 to 25. The dark blue line is the U.S. The light blue line is New Hampshire. Research in 2026 shows similar trends, and here are the reasons. The costs rose, employment fell, and manufacturing construction spending, an indicator of investment in new or expanded facilities, steadily declined. So says a Deloitte 2026 manufacturing outlook. Now, here's New Hampshire's manufacturing sector, 1,700 manufacturers, that's 67,000 people employed, average salary about $83,500, not bad, and annual output $9.8 billion. What's being done to confront the manufacturing dilemma? My guest will explain. So with me in the studio to brief us is Sabrina, and I'm going to pronounce it Costabile, and she'll tell me if that's right. She's the owner and president of New Hampshire Manufacturing Alliance based in Bow, and David Richardson, owner and president of Richardson Manufacturing, a family business based in Madison and Silver Lake, New Hampshire. Welcome. Nice to have you both.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Sabrina, you have experience, quite a few years of experience advising manufacturers. What is it that you saw from manufacturing? Because you've only been in business about a year as an association, right?
As a manufacturing alliance, yes.
As an association, right?
Correct.
So what did you see in the manufacturing sector in New Hampshire that caused you to start this new group?
Well, for many years, I was a consultant with the New Hampshire Manufacturing Extension Partnership.
Right.
And that organization really has been at risk for a while because of funding cuts. But what wasn't at risk was the manufacturers that really needed support.
Right.
So I saw that there was a very strong demand for the services that I was provided through the New Hampshire Manufacturing Extension Partnership.
Yeah. And here are the things you do. Let's put that graphic up. Manufacturing Alliance, leadership and development, lean manufacturing, quality management, technical training, and succession planning. Now, that is what you do. Richard, you are a client of Sabrina's, right?
I am, yes.
You're Richard, your company. And you make, you stitch vests for police departments, for military and so forth. That,
many other products.
Protective vests.
Yeah.
What was it that Sabrina offered Richardson company that you needed?
We've been in business for 48 years, and we needed to have more structure brought into us to be able to maintain the quality standard that we've always carried. And Sabrina's company was able to come in with a quality standard. We needed to be ISO approved for military use, and the military was not taking any manufacturers that wasn't ISO compliant. And we lost a contract because of it. And this started this whole process of contacting her office. And then they have worked with us for a year to become ISO compliant. And
I thought it was very interesting. You have a Ukrainian neighbor up in Madison, right?
We do.
And she came over to the company and wanted to know what you did.
Yeah.
And so she got involved, did she?
She got involved. She became our designer. And now she works with customers all over the country, designing very, very extensive products.
Are you supplying the Ukrainian military?
We supply not directly. We have customers that was supplying directly our plate carriers.
Both of you, what's going to happen in New Hampshire with manufacturing, given inflation? The wholesale index that we just learned this week is up 6.5%. That's a business wholesale inflation. And of course, the tariffs, which are hurting, and just the workforce that's lacking. Yeah. Sabrina, what has to be done?
We need to think outside of the box. We need to get really creative about solving this problem. We have this huge generational gap in the workforce. We have a large group that's retiring, a young group that's coming in. We need to get them talking to each other to transfer that knowledge. Right. That's what my company is doing day in, day out, on site with manufacturers, preserving that knowledge. Yeah. We can't do that through AI. AI is wonderful. Yeah. For bigger companies, but a company like Richardson, we need to focus on what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
Dave, in about 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Same thing. What has to be done?
I think we've got to work with finding more employees. We're working with ladies that have come into the shop that don't know anything about stitching,
Yep.
and yet they've got to be trained. They've got to be brought along, and having the ability to do that.
Dave Richardson of Richardson Manufacturing in Madison, New Hampshire, thank you. And Sabrina Costabile, did I do that right?
Very good.
Thank you. If you missed part of this briefing on the manufacturing outlook in New Hampshire, which is iffy, you can go to WMUR.com, where it'll be posted all this week.